proximity. I can't stop right now, they gon' remember me. Never on some toughest. I was just a conscious rapper that would love to get a whiff, but an action with risk comes attraction. And I turn it to a track, hacksaw, Jim Duggan, running through the field in my Timbs. Now I'm with Young Metro on the VIP, incoming for the.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan, and we're joined by our reporter David Aldridge on the sidelines. It's the Orlando Magic and the Denver Nuggets. Now the starting group for Orlando. Hardaway is out there with Tracy McGrady. Then it's O'Neal. Then there's Hill. And it's Howard in at the four-man position.
Oh, nice work by Mutombo in transition. Terrific at getting to the right spot in order to execute.
They get it back. Hardaway passes to O'Neal. Mutombo with some nice D.
Oh, nice job protecting the rim. Turning an easy bucket into a miss.
Abdul Rauf. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to...
Another shot. No good on that one. Mutombo with some nice D. Ellis with it. Hardaway picks him up. From 7. And Ellis with the nice bucket inside. McGrady against Stiff. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. Abdul Rauf against Hardaway. The shot by Abdul Rauf is no good. Here's Howard, and it's sent back by Mutombo.
And this is Mutombo's calling card, using that wide wingspan to just erase shots left and right.
Here's Hardaway. Another miss by Orlando.
I'm sure he'd like to have that back. That's a missed opportunity.
Hill with it. Picked up by Ellis. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. And it's sent back by Howard.
And Howard takes the shot blocking very seriously. Skying up and sending them back with his impressive vertical.
And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here. Brown is checked in for Stiff. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Hardaway against Abdul Rauf. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
The Magic shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. That one is off. So he comes up empty at the line.
Well, that's not the focus we're used to seeing from him at the line. He's usually rock solid from there.
And that one drops.
And how about the burst in that first step, just right to the rim.
And here's Shaq. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. And it's the Nuggets with the ball. Abdul Rauf, the pass to Ellis. And it's sent back by Howard. O'Neal from long range. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. The Magic trail by 6. There's McGrady. And the shot no good, a bit short. And so Brown will bring it up for Denver. And the rebound goes to Howard. Here's Orlando now. Nothing yet up on the scoreboard for them. Good work there as it goes.
Like the size McGrady has inside. Fantastic at kind of angling his body there for the interior shot.
Here's Abdul Rauf. And some very quick points for him on that possession.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Fires from way outside. It's hauled in by Brown.
I'm honestly not sure what that was about. Maybe a protest against his coach?
Well, if that was one of my players, I'd think about sitting him down right away and letting him think about that one.
Now here's Hardaway. Still without a basket. And he drives in. Count it. Good.
And far from just a scorer, Hardaway is also adept at finding his teammate.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. And the Nuggets with some changes. Rodgers comes in for Ellis. And Stith is subbed in for Brown. Orlando also making some changes. Vucevic checked in for Howard. And Ito Turkoglu is subbed in for Hill. The Magic trail by 4. Here's Vucevic, and that one, good.
And you have to reward the big man there. Vucevic, nice job of filling the lane in transition for the finish.
Mutombo passes to Williams. It's rebounded by O'Neal.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
And the basket by Turkoglu.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
Hardaway against Abdul Rauf. Right wing. Shoots. The Nuggets with another miss.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't the shot they were looking for. You got to keep the ball moving in that situation.
Getting another opportunity here to see that powerful rejection.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
And so here's Denver following the shot by Tracy McGrady.
He just doesn't look like himself.
The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
The Nuggets shooting their first free throw of the game. Abdul Rauf, no good on the free throw.
You know, for what Abdul Rauf lacks in size, he more than makes up for it with speed, ball handling, and the ability to score at all three levels.
Here's Abdul Rauf. It's rebounded by O'Neal. O'Neal's got 4 rebounds in this game. Turkoglu with it. Williams picks him up. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
The definition of a stretch forward. Turkoglu can play either forward spot and can stretch the floor with his shooting.
Orlando shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. That free throw, no good. That one misses. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Here's Abdul Rauf. And again, Denver, no good.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
We've got 13 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Peck, and it's sent back by Howard. Inside, here's Turkoglu. That's the end of the first, and both teams still warming up their offenses. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Well, their defense was incredible. Wreaking havoc and coming up with steals left and right. Just a tremendous effort.
So on the floor for Orlando, Howard is out there with Lewis. Then it's Hedo Turkoglu. Then there's Anderson. And it's Skiles in at the one spot.
What I like most about Anderson is his versatility. This is a guy that does a little bit of everything for this team.
And he can't get the first one. Johnson, he's checked in for Denver. And he ends up missing both free throws. Denver in the lead. Goes up at the stripe. The rebound by Skiles. Here's Howard. Denver grabs the miss. Johnson surveying the floor. Rogers. They get it back. Hammond's shot is off. Here's Skiles. Still scoreless. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Johnson with it. And it's Howard picking him up. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. Hill is checked in for Anderson.
33, Grant Hill.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Pass to Howard. From deep, Turkoglu. Rogers pulls it in. And Denver has possession. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. That one, no good. Great D that time from Howard. Turkoglu with it. Now Howard. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, they just have to be more patient. Less forcing and more passing.
Williams, he's checked in for Denver. Smith comes in for Ellis. And a switcher also for Orlando. Hardaway's checked in. Smith against Hardaway. Smith's shot is good. And the Nuggets lead by 4.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Here's Lewis. That one wide left. Hardaway against Smith. Down low. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start. 2 for 2.
Great find. Leading his teammate right to the bucket.
The Magic trail by 6. Here's Turkoglu. Once again off the mark, Orlando. Turkoglu's gone 1 of 4 so far. Jacks up a 3. Rebound by the Magic. Howard's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Orlando now. Still looking for their first basket since the first quarter. Near the three-point line, it's Lewis, and he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Denver leading by 6. Here's Smith. Here's Hammonds, and it's sent back by Howard. Lewis attacking. Turkoglu dishes to Lewis. Here's Pack. He's guarded by Hill. And it's Pack missing. The Magic trail by 6. Lewis with it. Now Smith defending. And the turnover again by Orlando. Big group substitution here for Denver. Tumbo is checked in for Williams. Williams comes in for Hammonds. Stith is checked in for Pack. And it's Abdul Rauf in for Smith. The Magic also changing it up. Vucevic, he's checked in for Howard. Banchero comes in for Rashard Lewis. And Tracy McGrady subbed in for Hedo Turkoglu. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for Denver?
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
And guys, they've also done a great job generating offense from their defense, forcing turnovers and making the defense pay for those mistakes.
Now here is Hardaway. Dropping on the board. Here's McGrady. Vucevic down low. Abdul-Rauf covering. Here's Hardaway. Vucevic down low. He's up against Mutombo. And it's Banchero missing. And here's Denver. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thank you. Paolo Banchero is not skipping steps. The Magic superstar says it's like anything in life, it's a process. Having that perspective just makes you want to work every day because this is the best league in the world. If you become impatient, you're going to drive yourself crazy. It's a cliche, Kevin. Just keep pounding away. Back to you.
Well said, David. Dedication to the craft. DA thanks. And the Nuggets making a change here. Ellis has checked in. The Magic making a switch here. On defense, Orlando. In the second quarter, held scoreless.
And when Banchero turns it up, he can be a factor at the defensive end.
Vucevic, fouled in the act of shooting, gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by Denver.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And Zoelis will bring it up for the Nuggets. 14 feet away. Rebounded by Tracy McGrady. McGrady's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tracy McGrady. That's foul number 2 for him. And here's Denver. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Here's Williams. And Williams with the stuff.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Taken away by Williams. And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
2 shots.
He's off on the first. That one is no good. The Magic trail by 10. Lets it go from the wing. Rebound by Williams. Ellis outside. There's the try.
Magic foul.
The Nuggets shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
3rd personal foul. 4th team foul.
And that one misses.
At the line for 2, LaFonso Ellis.
So neither attempt will fall that time for him. To the inside. Banchero kicks to McGrady. Here's Vucevic. McGrady outside. Another miss by Orlando. And here's Denver. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. Here's Williams. Basket good. Williams has got the lead up to 12 now for Denver. Pass to Vucevic. To the paint. Here's Banchero. The shot's good on the assist by Vucevic.
Tossing the pass to the interior. That's what you want to do. Get into the paint.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets going into the break with a 10-point lead. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. The Nuggets leading by 10. We've got Mutombo. Ellis is out there with Williams. Then there's Abdul Rauf, and it's Stith in at the 2 guard. That's the group on the floor for Denver. And so here's Orlando. From deep three-point territory. They grab their own miss. Out to Hardaway. Three-pointer. Back to Howard. Lobbed up there for O'Neal. And even 3-on-3 break. And he banks in the layup. Stith's got his second bucket of the night. Here's Hardaway. Still yet to score. And the Magic can hold on to the ball. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Pass to Mutombo. And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession. And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
And guys, that block could really help change the momentum of this game.
Here's Hardaway. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. The Nuggets leading by 14. 14 feet away. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Howard's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's McGrady. Once again off the mark, Orlando. Here's Denver now. And it's Williams finishing it off.
Oh, that's a great find by Mutombo. A guy who always seems to make the right play.
Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. It's out of bounds. Last touch by O'Neal. So it's Denver now. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Here's Mutombo. Shaq with some nice D.
Suffocating defense to keep the layup from falling.
Denver foul. Dikembe Mutombo. First personal foul. First team foul.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Williams with the steal.
Yeah, even I saw that one being telegraphed. The defense all over. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Ellis outside, driving in.
And that's what Howard is known for, that lockdown defense, which is truly suffocating.
Here's McGrady. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. The Nuggets leading by 16. Mutombo inside. Shaq on him. And it's Dikembe with the jam.
Well, you can see why he's a go-to guy for them. They trust in his ability to shoulder the offensive load.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's O'Neal. Howard against Ellis. Second shot opportunity. Rebounded by Dikembe Mutombo. Mutombo's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. It's blocked by Shaq.
And the aggressiveness on display here from O'Neal. Terrific at turning shots away with that size and length.
And Ellis will bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. It's an 18-point lead. Shaq against Mutombo. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. The NBA chose to extinguish G League Ignite. G League President Sharif Abdul-Rahim says with the changing environment across youth and collegiate basketball, Now is the right time to take this step. But Kevin, in its short time, the Ignite produced double-digit draftees, so the experiment was a success.
A huge success, DA. Thank you.
Yeah, well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took that shot.
Yeah, you know, back in the day, you'd be taking a seat. Now, unfortunately, it seems like we see too many ill-advised shots.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
At the line for one.
Howard, no good on the free throw.
And the defensive prowess of Howard is simply phenomenal. Not only a shot-blocking master, but his mere presence alone makes shooters incredibly nervous.
Stolen by Ellis. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition tape foul. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And the free throw, no good. Hammonds, he's checked in for Ellis.
In for Denver, number 21.
The Nuggets leading by 16. Here's Pat. Lays it up off the glass. Pack's got his second bucket of the night.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Now here's Hardaway. No scoring in this one. Here's Howard. Denver grabs the miss. Here is Rogers. Pass to Hammonds. Hardaway with the steal. The Magic trail by 18. To the middle. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And it's easy to give up after a play like that, but this team needs to keep fighting.
Yeah, it's definitely a momentum shifter, but it's time to refocus, make smart decisions, and start fighting their way back.
Johnson, he's checked in for Denver. That one falls. Pack's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, that's easy pickings for him. Unless the defense is all over him, he'll take that all day long.
Baseline try. Rebound by Williams. The Nuggets leading by 20. Driving inside. And it's slammed in by Williams.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
Yeah, to put together this kind of performance at both ends of the floor on the road, it's impressive.
Here's Denver now. A 14-2 run over the last bit, and it's good, 2 points.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Here's Hammonds, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
Yeah, they've looked really in sync after the break. Getting the shots they want and converting them.
7-second difference, shot and game clock.
Oh, he got it! Can you believe that?
And every miss finds its way to his hands. Well, what an impressive performance.
Yeah, he's been a beast on the glass. A monster night for him.
Substitution on the court.
Anderson against Miller.
And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
No doubt how much those boards impact the overall outcome. You can't give them extra chances.
And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great pass.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today. As we get going in quarter number 4. On the court for Orlando, Lewis is out there with Hill. Then there's Anderson, and it's Vucevic, and it's Hardaway in at the point guard position. And Orlando has possession.
Denver foul. Robert Pack. Second personal foul. First team foul.
Player standing out of bounds violation. Nuggets ball.
Trying his luck from deep. That one, no good. And it's the Magic with the ball. Here's Vucevic. Miller grabs the miss. And so Miller will bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. Over Banchero. Miller, no luck. Now, here's Vucevic. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds.
And it's easy to give up after a play like that, but this team needs to keep fighting.
Yeah, it's definitely a momentum shifter, but it's time to refocus, make smart decisions, and start fighting their way back.
Hack. And he lays it straight in.
Well, anytime you can get a good look close in like that, it's always your best option.
Here's Hardaway. Puts up a deep 3. And it's Vucevic missing.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking them up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
Now here's Anderson. The Magic again can't hit.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Johnson's shot is off.
And that's one way to end up in the highlights.
Yeah, all right. That'd be an automatic benching if I was coaching. What was that?
And it's Vucevic missing. They are enjoying a commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch.
And another miss by Denver. On offense, here are the Magic. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the fourth. That one drops for him. The Nuggets leading by 23. He takes it in. Here's Hammonds. He's guarded by Hill. And he gets it to go. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
David Miller.
Brown is checked in for the Nuggets. And a switcher also for Orlando. Shaq is checked in for Banchero. Here's Vucevic. And it goes down 2 points.
Always a battle when you're up against Vucevic. His soft touch helps him convert inside.
Driving the lane, jammed through by Robert Pack.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a three-point attempt.
First personal foul.
And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Nuggets.
Well, you've got to like that they're not settling. They're attacking the defense on the drive and creating great looks.
And they've also not only created turnovers tonight, but converted on them. All game long, that strategy has been paying off.
The Magic making a switch here. McGrady's checked in, and he misses all 3.
And one of the most underrated bigs in the NBA, Vucevic quietly dominates on a consistent basis.
Yeah, there's really no excuse for missing that one. That's just a blown opportunity.
At the line for the Magic, Penny Hardaway. One shot.
And that one misses. Dwight Howard. He's checked in for the Magic.
Dwight Howard.
Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. And he stays with it. Pass to McGrady. Tries again. Rebound by Hammonds. Hammonds got 4 rebounds now tonight. Puts it up from 15. Hill pulls it in. Hammonds gone just 2 of 6 shooting, 33%. McGrady. Offensive rebound.
And that's a nice job on the offensive glass. So that'll let them work the clock even more.
Denver making a switch here. Smith is checked in. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Here's McGrady. Pass to Howard. Back to Hardaway. And taken away by Johnson. Here's Hammonds. Guarded by Hardaway. Hardaway with the steal. To the inside. And taken away by Johnson.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Rebounded by Tracy McGrady. McGrady's got 7 rebounds in the game.
And the word you got to use is explosive out there when talking about Grant Hill. He's one of those guys who doesn't wait for the game to come to him. He goes out and just makes things happen.
At the line for the Magic, Grant Hill taking 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. No good on the second free throw. Poked away. O'Neal inside. He's guarded by Johnson. The kick out to Hill. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Miller's checked in for Johnson.
In for Denver, number 96, David Miller.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Given the size disadvantage, you have to have a lot of confidence to take that shot.
Yeah, a skilled player can work around the mismatch. He's used to dealing with larger guys.
Now, here is O'Neal. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time. Brown is checked in for Denver.
Number 94, John Brown.
1:22 left to play in the final quarter. From 12 feet out. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
On the wing, Tracy McGrady to stop the drought. A second chance effort, and it's Shaq laying it in.
The strength of O'Neal is otherworldly.
Here's Peck, and the powerful one-handed slam.
An offensive mastery right there. I mean, great move in the lane and then the flush.
With just no way for the D to handle it. Now here's Hardaway. Shaq down low. He's against Miller. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And the Nuggets making a change here. Smith is checked in.
Number 97, James Smith.
Here's Miller. Good. Nice job down low.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this win.
Now, here's Howard. Goes back up. And the layup is good.
It's a tall challenge trying to contain Shaq, especially when he's operating close to the basket.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's Smith. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
Shaq's shot is off. Here's Pat. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
At the line for your Nuggets.
That free throw missing.
Taking 2 shots.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. And so it's Denver taking care of business in this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.